Hi, thanks again for tuning in to Sue's Workshop here on YouTube. Hope you're all having a great day. So, today we're going to be talking about Not Even Bones by Rebecca Schaeffer. Ooh, I love this book so much. I listened to this book because I'm broke. And I had a free credit on Audible, husband's subscription, this family account. Loved it. I'm actually mad at myself for not reading this book sooner. And the whole reason I picked it up was because I received an arc of the third novel, which I really need to start reading soon. Once again, Battle of Arcs aside. And when I requested it off of Edelweiss, I didn't know it was a book 3. It didn't say anywhere in the blurb on Edelweiss that it was a book 3. So I requested it, and then when I picked it up to kind of start reading it, I was just like, this is book 3. And I was like, oh my god, no. So of course, never ever read a book out of sequence. So I had some credits on Audible. I got books 1 and 2. And I'm so mad at myself for not picking up the series sooner. It was so good. Oh my god, it was absolutely incredible. Okay, so it follows Nita. It's our world. It's in the world we live in, except there are supernatural creatures. There are unicorns, and there are a lot of folklore creatures like kelpies. There are a lot of creatures from folklore that are brought to life in this novel. And Anita, what she does is she works for her mother. Oh my god, my mic is all the way over here. Sorry. Hope you guys could hear me. There we go. Anita works for her mother, who hunts these beings, and they're called unnaturals. She hunts them, and she gives them to her daughter to dissect. And Nita has a kind of dark obsession with dissecting creatures. She likes it a little too much. So it really is one of those morally questionable novels. She kind of excuses herself. Well, she's like, well, they're already dead, and if I don't dissect them, someone else will. But when she's kidnapped and put in the market of death to be sold off piece by piece, I think she really comes to face not only with her own mortality, but with the market that she has been complicit in supporting. She gets to really see the horrors of this market. There's another girl with her, Mirella, and she is, gosh, I forgot what she is, but her skin is pink because she's like those pink dolphins, They are pink because of the food that they eat. So her skin color changes depending on her diet. And that's it. That's all. And she's also being sold off piece by piece. So it really puts Nita in this place of what she has to do. She's facing her own mortality, but she's also kind of facing this gray area of she's never really hunted. She's kind of always been against what her mother has done, but if you read the novel, her and her mother don't have the healthiest of relationships. It is borderline abusive. Damn, I lost a crystal on that. Sorry, one of my things dropped the other day, and the crystal on it is gone. It makes me sad. A purple one too. Got these at SuperCon. But anyway, so it really puts Nita in this place where she has to face it. She has to face this lifestyle that she has grown into. She has to face all the darker sides, and she has to become a killer, because that's the only way she's going to survive. She's only going to survive if she kills. So it really does bring to life, this really ethical question, like, is it okay to kill if it's for your own survival? A lot of the unnatural creatures, they kill to survive. It's not that they want to do it. It's, if they don't do it, they're going to die. kind of thing. You know, it's food for them. They hunt for food. And wow, I mean, when you read about how unicorns hunt for food, it's really dark. You wouldn't think that about unicorns, but yo, it's dark. It really is. And I was just like taken aback by that. But that's what this novel kind of addresses. Like, you have this black market, and the black market's evil, of no doubt. But then you have all these creatures that her mother has hunted, all these creatures that are unnaturals, and then you're kind of just put in this position of, well, they're not really evil. How can they be monsters? You know, they hunt to survive. They hunt because this is what they need to survive. You know, like Xannies, they feed off of pain. They can sense your pain wherever it is. And does that make them a monster, that they feed off of pain? It makes them a monster if they are the ones inflicting the pain. But a lot of them can, I mean, it just raises a lot of important questions, I think, for the novel. And it really puts Nita in this spot, in this place of perspective to see, you know, what it means to be a monster. You know, Reyes in this novel, she's a horrible, horrible human being, no abilities whatsoever. And she's more of a monster than Kovit is. And he feeds off pain. You know, he is the torturer, you know. It's not that I guess I can't say he doesn't take joy in the torture, because he does feed off of it. Sorry, it was a text from my mom. But I think that's what's really strong about this novel. You know, the powerful message that it sends to readers about what it means to be a monster. You know, does what you look like make you a monster? Is it really your actions that make you a monster? And I think it's more of it's your actions that make you a monster. You know, I'm of that firm belief. And so Nita has to sort of contend with being a monster just to survive this market. So it really puts her in a tough position. It really puts the story into perspective when you look at it that way. And I thought it was so well done. You know, I really did think it was a really well done novel. I love Nita as a character because she's going through so much. She's thinking so much. She questions everything about her, like, is she a sociopath? But she has empathy. You know, she has sympathy. She's able to connect. So no, it doesn't really make her a sociopath, but her upbringing does desensitize her to a lot of things. And I think she has to sort of face a lot of that. And I think it's ultimately, oh God, it was so good. I thought this novel was so amazing. I'm actually rereading it because there's a webtoon comic on it. Yeah, I'm rereading it there. I'm making the time for it because it was so good. It was just a spectacular novel. I thought it was so well written. I thought Nita's characterization, that plot twist at the end, didn't see that coming. And I thought the dynamic between Kovit and her, I thought that was very well developed, because that's when she's really opening her eyes to seeing what makes a monster. You know, what is a monster? I think it's a really important question. I think it's also very insightful. You know, it does connect to the reader because you're looking at this and you're like, well, he's not really a monster, is he? He's doing so much good. But then he goes and does something else. You're like, I think he is a monster. And you're like, no, I don't think he is a monster. You know, it really does put the reader back and forth because even you're questioning what makes a monster. And I thought that was really well done. You know, I really do think it was an exceptional novel overall. And again, I'm so mad at myself for not picking up this book when it first came out in 2018. Why the hell didn't I do that? Because it was tension driven, and you know, the scope of the novel itself, you know, description wise, it takes place in such a narrow. She's in a cage, she's in the cell, she's in the black market. You know, it takes place in a very small scope But Schaeffer's able to do so much with that. You know, she does a lot of reminiscing, but it's all important to the plot. She just raises the tension of the story on such a intimate level. You know, you're really just kind of thrown in there and you are drawn into the story, and I love that. You know, I thought it was really, really well done. I thought it was executed so well, and I'm really excited to see how this series is going to conclude with the third novel, if the third novel is going to be the conclusion. I think so, but I'm so excited because I love Nita. She does a lot of stupid shit. Don't get me wrong. She does do a lot of stupid shit. But you gotta root for her because she's caught up in this web of, oh my god, she's just trying to survive at this point. That's all she wants to do. She just wants to survive, and I thought that was really well done. Ultimately, I thought it was really executed very well. I thought it was a well-written novel. I love the pacing of it. I love the tension. I love the character dynamics. I love the insightfulness on this discussion of what makes a monster. I honestly do think this is a novel worth discussing. You know, if you want to get together in a group and be like, go back and forth, I really do think this is a novel that warrants that kind of discussion overall. So once again, this was Not Even Bones by Rebecca Schaeffer. I cannot recommend it enough. I absolutely love this novel. I thought it was so good. Once again, so mad at myself for not picking it up sooner. I was just like, it took my breath away. Ultimately, it took my breath away. It really did. I think Schaeffer's a great writer. I'm a fan, especially. And you know what? If you love Dexter, this novel is labeled as Dexter-like. And I love the Dexter TV series. And I liked the first 7 novels of the Dexter book series. Haven't read Dexter is Dead yet, unfortunately. Gotta make time for that one. But you know what? Excellent novel. Excellent. I give it 4.5 stars. For Not Even Bones by Rebecca Schaeffer, 4.5 stars. If you want to go ahead and purchase it, there's a link in the description below to bookshop.org. Highly recommend bookshop.org because a percentage of all proceeds do go to support your local booksellers. If money's too tight, check out the book from your local library. Libraries are a great resource for the community and definitely deserve our support. And please do not forget to support me by liking this video and subscribing to my channel. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. And as always, happy reading!